What's up, boys and girls? Welcome to the BFFs YouTube channel. Make sure you guys tap the bell, subscribe, like the video, and comment down below.
Yeah.
Give us all the tea, everything we've been holding back.
All right, BFFs.
Anyone you want to call out?
Nikita Dragun, and she's asking what are we going to talk about, and we're like, you and everything.
Whatever you want.
You actually said she slings it.
Yeah, I was like, Nikita's gonna be a great guest.
Slinging it.
Slinging it.
Slinging it. Just,
Like,
yeah,
you
Body
talk.
parts or
No,
just
got it.
like whatever
No.
you want to say, you say.
Got it.
Yeah.
And go after. And
I guess that is
You're
a
very
term for
vocal.
like
Slanging it.
slinging it, like sex a little bit,
I know.
right?
Well,
A
let
little
me
bit?
just
Oh,
say
yeah,
though,
no, not that.
like
Not that.
it's an open conversation. Happy Pride Month, everyone.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Thank
Hell
you
yeah.
guys so much for having me, for real.
I'm
Yes,
glad.
of
I
course.
think we tried to have you on before, if I'm not mistaken. We were doing it remote, didn't happen, so
Yeah.
we're glad.
Way better in
I
person.
was just
anyways.
waiting for Miami. I was
Right,
like, oh
right.
wait, there's
It's
Miami.
better. The vibes are better in Miami.
Those
Miami
nails
vibes.
are wild right off the bat.
Do you like?
Yeah, I do like.
They're
How do you,
awesome.
as a man, how do you feel about girls with like nails? Is there like a certain like level?
I like them.
Okay.
No, I don't think you can ever have like too much. Like that to me, that's
I
like
feel
you're
like
gonna
you
scratch
can-
my back when
Yes.
like in bed.
Right.
I'm all about
right,
that.
All about
So,
that.
Yeah.
No, I
But
don't
I
think
feel
you
like
can
there's
have too
got to
many.
be too long though. Like if it's like out to like here or something, you know?
Yeah, there is
There's
a
some
point
people
where you
that
just
go
like
like
can't
a little
function.
right. Like
God,
how do you
it gets
open
a
up
little
a
weird.
fucking soda can or something?
You get someone else to open it for you.
So
All right, bougie.
I did a
Humble
pizza
brag.
review with Machine Gun Kelly, and he had this like last week. He had nails and he had spikes on the nails.
Oh,
now,
sick.
if I was a girl, I'd be like, that could be problematic.
Oh, that could be very problematic.
That's a UTI.
yeah.
How do
that's
you
way
wipe
to
your
happen.
wipe your ass with nails?
Or
like
just
that?
do basic.
That's my
stuff,
question.
Really.
Yeah, you can't do anything.
It's
There's nails
just,
in
you
there.
know, you kind of just,
you wrap.
it's a
around
wrap.
the hand.
It's a wrap.
Cardi B's done a
Fair.
video
I mean,
about
don't
it.
stick your nails up your
I mean, like
well, I
those
don't
super
know.
long. I don't know.
To each their own. To each
True.
their own.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that negatively or positively. Those would be a problem, though,
Yep.
for sure, if you're
Yep.
down that route.
Oh, yeah.
that
gonna
I would
bleed.
think. Yeah, no, that's a problem. All right, so how do you guys know each other? Have you guys met before?
Yes.
Yeah.
I always
so
have to- yeah.
met. I think you came to Sway House. That's where we met.
I don't. Yes, I think. So.
Yeah,
It's so hard with like the industry. I feel
I
like
know,
you just
'cause
like
you meet people like multiple times before you really
and you're just
meet them.
kind of like,
Yeah.
I know you, but I
Yeah.
don't know you.
Yeah,
we-
but I think it was
fine.
probably like coming over to Sway House. I think, I don't know. I think Bryce knew you.
Yeah, no, I've
Okay,
been Bryce
yeah,
for a minute.
And you were, however you phrase it, Hype House.
No.
So why are you in this? Why am I
Why are
looking
you
at
in
an
the reality
unscripted
show?
reality series?
I thought my ass was just gonna be a fucking cameo. to
so
be
are they
quite
gonna make it
honest.
seem
you're
like you're
in
in
it?
it then?
No, it's not even like that. But I think I have a certain personality. I have a spice to me,
Right.
per se.
Are you
More
the
for the
only
camera,
one
I'd
that's
say.
not a member of the house that's in that Netflix show?
No, I think Sienna, she's in it as well. And
Okay.
She's not really part of
She's
the
not,
hype.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it-
yeah.
it's kind of like, it's cool because I think a lot of people are going to be surprised about the series. It's not so much about like the house itself. It's more so like
About the individuals.
people's lives and kind of like being intertwined and kind of,
So
it's
like
kind of like the
Hype House and
Hills,
Friends.
Yeah.
but like a new version.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But it's something going to be really interesting.
But you have your own Snapchat show.
Yes.
Yeah,
it was
you were
crazy.
flipping tables on there a little
Very
bit ago.
much. That was very dramatic.
That was awesome.
But you guys know it in the industry, like it's like anything for,
You need
Views.
to.
in a way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
You
yeah.
have to like up the ante.
Make
It's
it
like no one's gonna like
entertaining.
watch some boring shit.
We were talking about that with the interns. Literally the same thing.
Yeah. So how much then of what you would say people see you on social or on camera
Yeah.
is you versus you're just amping it up because you're trying to be entertaining to get
Yeah.
views?
Oh, God, it's crazy because I think I'm 100% me all the time. But I think there's like certain times where you're just like, no, you have to perform. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I'm sure you guys know you have to be like engaging.
100%.
Doing this
Yeah,
damn
yeah,
podcast,
yeah.
5 interviews after each
Yeah.
other. Like, you have to like kind of give it a little
So
bit.
what are you here for? Because you're from you're based in LA.
Yes.
You're here. I know he's all the
Yeah.
TikTok stuff fights. Is
All
that why
the-
you're here?
Yes, I have to come support the little TikTokers. And
Do you
Hell
care
yeah.
about them?
I do. And I think that's like what's really interesting about the show is like it really shows people's like friendships. And I think that's kind of how I got involved into this like TikTok thing because I didn't even have a TikTok when I came around everyone.
Right.
And I think I came from LA that was so jaded and who are you and like let me use you that when I met actual real people, some of them, I can't speak for everyone.
Yeah, not everyone.
So, not everyone. that I made genuine friendships and it was dope and I do care about them. And I
Okay.
think in a way, like with my journey, obviously being trans, like I've always wanted to experience certain things as Nikita, as like a fully realized woman. So like I never got to be in high school, as a woman.
It kind of gives you that social life now,
Yeah,
right?
it gives,
yeah,
'cause
yeah.
wouldn't you agree? It's kind of like a high school
No, 100%.
in a way. It's kind of like
a little bit of like a college.
So
frat.
how
Yeah.
old were you? I'm looking at this sheet, and if anything I ask, I'm an idiot. Just be like,
No, no.
2017.
No, I
so
think it's
what?
great.
What year, like how old were you when you completed the surgery?
When I like
Transition.
transitioned,
Yeah.
when I transitioned, I was probably about like 18 or 19.
So 18 or 19 puts you at, that's like high school, right?
Just
Or
out of high
college?
school.
Yeah.
Just out of high school.
Very
Did you
much.
start
Yeah.
YouTube pre-transition?
I did.
Yes,
But
okay.
I gravitated to social media because I was like, you know what? No one even knows if I'm a dude or if I'm a girl.
No one
and
knows, yeah.
people would just treat me like normal.
How you
know?
want it.
And I, mean,
Right,
I grew up in
right.
Virginia, so I grew up around Republicans and very small, like conservative towns. So, if I wasn't like out cross-dressing, tricking boys and shit, like.
What?
Yeah.
So when you decided to document it,
Yeah.
was that like was that from okay, I'm gonna build a career, or is that like out of you wanted to like give the world a look into what that process is? Like, was it
Yeah.
calculated?
I don't know.
at all?
I wish I had like a bigger concept of it of like, oh, I want to like teach the world whatever. But honestly, I was just like kind of frustrated. Like I think for me, I didn't see people like myself in the media. Like a lot of times when they showcase trans people, it's like a dude 7 foot in a wig and it's like a joke, And
So would that be? And this could be where I'm
Yeah.
sued because I don't know
no,
where the search like
which
RuPaul.
by the way,
like RuPaul's
totally
RuPaul,
nothing's off limits.
So
We can
I
teach,
grew up
too.
with like RuPaul's, Drag Race. That
Yeah.
to me was like the preeminent, hugely popular.
Yes.
Like, so is that what you were just kind of referring? Because
So the difference between being a drag queen and being trans is drag is impersonating a
Right.
woman, whereas trans is you are a woman.
correct. So
Right.
that would be sort of what there wasn't the full like role model. in
Yeah,
your
and
head.
it was just so weird, and like everything I would look up in terms of like surgeries or whatever would be like on back pages or like
Right.
different forms. Like it was
taboo.
so secretive,
Yeah.
and it was really just out of frustration. Like I was like, you know what? Like yeah, here's me getting all these things injected into my body. Here's how I'm paying for it. Here's me. Chopping off limbs. Here's how I feel. Here's me getting kicked out of a party being in LA just for being trans.
Right.
Like it was really
that happened in LA.
Yeah.
That's crazy that
That's
that would
weird to
happen
me.
in LA.
I went thinking
yeah.
LA.
How long ago was that?
That was like probably 2 Halloweens ago. I mean, I've been in so many situations, and I
Right.
feel like when you're part of the community, especially being trans, like you kind of just like roll with it,
Yeah.
It's
You
so
gotta have tough
weird.
skin.
Yeah,
I
it's so
mean-
weird when you like walk into a party and people are introducing themselves to you, and then all of a sudden all the girls are like, wait, that's a dude, because they see like a guy talking to me. I'm like, I'm not even interested in the guy, so like,
Right.
there's no need to tell him I was born a dude. you
Right,
know?
right. Kind of like some sabotage shit. That's fucked up.
But I get it. It's like taboo, and it's like a thing to talk about for sure.
I think you've changed it though, for sure.
I mean, I was gonna
so.
say, like, through
Yeah.
you documenting the transition, you
You're-
probably gave a lot of people like faith or like the confidence to voice like their transition or voice like
Yeah.
their
One of the first
Yeah.
and
Just
only
to understand.
trans
100%.
influencers.
Just make it a topic. Like I feel like that's the thing. Like same with like mental health, but like people are just afraid to talk about it, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like it's not a public conversation. So like people are uneducated, whatever. Like you probably educated a fuck ton of people.
And it's cool too because like I think I don't know, I've discovered so much not only about myself as just a person outside of being trans, but just like even interacting with people. Like I was so ignorant and probably still am to so many different things. So like I didn't even know so much about my own community or whatever.
Right.
So like I have the most basic conversation with everyone no matter what. Like I don't care even if they hate me and they're
That's
like
a good
asking
way
if
to
I
go
have a
about it.
dick
No,
or
that's the
not.
best
I'm
way to
like
go about
whatever,
it.
like I'll still like educate in some
So
way.
let me ask you that. If you can ask you anything, I'm
Yeah.
like a normal dude.
Anything.
If you meet a guy out.
Yeah.
Totally don't know each other. You guys hit it off. At what point? Or maybe you're not at all.
Yeah.
Where you're
Right.
like, I better tell this guy
That
my
I'm-
history.
It's
Yeah, right.
so weird. It's so
It's
hard.
gotta be the weirdest
It's
thing.
so weird because like also too, as you know, as a woman, guys just come up to you,
Right,
right? Guys
totally.
just fucking come up
Yeah,
to you.
yeah,
I'm
100%.
vibing him out. I'm like
Yeah.
trying to figure him out, whatever. So it's like weird. It's like that question in your mind, like, okay, when do I tell him? Obviously when you're like physical with him, of course. But at the same time, there was a time when I wouldn't tell guys that I was trans. Because why would I have to divulge all that information and then all of a sudden they treat me different?
Right, and how do you
So
do
weird.
it? I don't know. Like, how do you do if you meet somebody? It's not something you just like.
It's
within
not
Hi,
just
I'm
society,
Nikita,
you
I'm
meet
trans.
like,
Yeah,
right,
Hi, I'm
right,
trans.
Yeah,
right.
it's like a weird thing to just introduce yourself as.
Yeah.
It's like that's strange. You
Hi, I
shouldn't
was
have
born
to
a
do
dude.
that.
Hi,
Yeah,
you're
right.
Yeah, right.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
That's what
Yeah.
people expect.
So
though.
have
It's
you had
crazy.
experiences then if you've been physical with somebody and then after and they're like, what the fuck, why didn't you tell me?
I've definitely learned my lessons, and obviously that's how like a lot of violence ensues, which is unfortunate, obviously, and it's just. It sucks that like I have to live my life constantly with that in the back of my head,
Yeah.
and a lot of trans people do. But yes, I had a time when a couple times where I hooked up with a guy, by the way, and like he had no idea, and this was like me like pre a lot of surgery. So like I'm like, how do they just like
Right,
slip that in there and then not like ask a question, not feel around, not whatever. So like, you know, and it's kind of a thing in the trans community. Some girls kind of get off on like, oh girl, like I was with a guy last night, he didn't know, like like I have when I would do whatever. And yeah, I mean, there was only one time when I almost used it as an excuse. Like I wasn't into the guy, and I just he was like some tech guy from like Google, and I was in New York randomly, and I like was just not about him. And I said it in a way where it was very like, okay, let go, you know. I was like, by the way, I'm trans. Like,
Have you ever told people when they're like, no, you're not?
Oh, has anyone ever like tried to tell you like, no, you're lying to me?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Like, come up with a better excuse for, like, getting away.
1,000,000% I've had it. I think obviously my journey, and I understand like my story is like a mind fuck because I look the way I do, and you know, I think a lot of, you know, people are just like, what? I was just trying to like be horny to you, but then I just found out you're a dude and my dick's hard, but you have a dick, like like it just turns into this whole.
And for you, it's probably sometimes you don't even it like the story gets out of you because you're known. So that's also it's like, well, they're gonna find out quickly. So it's like
They can just look up your Instagram or something and try to find out.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, it's hot weather out right now. You know what you get? You get swass ass, swamp ass, swass ass. What's swass? The swa is short for sweaty or sometimes swamp. The rest we're too polite to tell you means ass. Solve your sweaty, swampy, swassy situation. Superfit underwear for a pair of thieves are the freshest pair out there. They're a perfectly lightweight magic mesh solution for the summer. Enjoy less swass, more swag. Try one pair, you'll replace your entire drawer. Check them out at pairofthieves.com. You got to change your underwear. It'll change your life. Superfit underwear combine lightweight performance fabric with an engineered fit for unrivaled junk comfort. Superfit underwear provides you with less swass, more swag this summer. I'm telling you, the hot weather, you get hot, ill-filling, thick-stitched, constricting fabric that produces swamp ass, makes for dank, disgusting draws. Got to get good stuff. Be light, be quick, be ready to go. Superfit underwear available in multiple silhouettes, box briefs, long box briefs, trunks, or briefs in feature. By the way, I am a box brief guy. You're a moron if you're not. Lightweight, mesh, magic construction, four-way stretch, move the way your body does. Smooth, flat seams for a low-profile, distraction-free fit. Leg holes that won't ride up or die out. Use code BFF25 to get 25% off your next purchase at pairofthieves.com. Again, use code BFF25 to get 25% off your next purchase at pairofthieves.com.
So what is this past relationship? And we get our play sheet put together. So past relationship, rumored to be dating Tony Lopez, who I don't know who he is, but I guess I should because I love Survivor, and it says he was on Survivor.
Wait,
Oh, that's
what?
a different one.
That's wrong one, I think.
That's a different one.
No,
guy
so
that
she
was with.
dated.
No, that's a different guy.
That's a
model.
different
This
one.
is
Oh,
Tony
I
Lopez
got
was
it.
a
Yeah, yeah.
TikToker.
Got
Yeah,
it.
is a
Okay,
TikToker.
forget it.
So-
I combined two sentences
Tony Lopez
into
is
one.
not on Survivor.
But back
Michael
to Tony
Yerger.
Lopez. Back to Tony Lopez.
Yes.
Were you guys ever dating or
No,
anything? No,
never.
I didn't think you guys
No,
were.
no,
I thought
we
it was
never.
more like a friendship.
It
thing, right?
was cool because I truly, genuinely didn't believe I could be friends with a guy. And
Right.
that's what like this whole kind of like TikTok era of my life this past year has taught me. Like I can
Why?
be, men only viewed me for sexual reasons. And especially discreetly and behind the scenes, or like guys.
Is that like you say they'd view you
Yeah.
differently than like a normal, not normal, but someone who's born a girl, like they could, for some reason.
1,000,000%. And I think in a lot of ways, I kind of demasculinize a guy. So sometimes when I'm around a guy, he starts thinking and like certain different things, like, oh, like
I mean, I
and
think
it
it's
just
kind of like the
becomes a
same thing
problem.
with like some guys won't like feel like they can have a gay best friend. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like they won't be friends with
Exactly.
gay people
Yeah,
just
they feel
because
like
like
they're,
Oh,
like, can't
my
have
mind's
that
relationship.
screwed up. It's like, oh, and this is gonna sound. There's gonna be so many things that they're like, oh, that was stupid to
No,
say.
it's fine.
But my mind's like, well, you may be like, I don't have many girlfriends, so maybe if I was gonna be friends with someone who started as a guy, because we may have more in common.
Okay, maybe a little
That's
bit,
literally
maybe
what
a
I
little
thought.
bit.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
so all over the
we actually
place.
bite. We really bite.
Yeah,
Okay.
so there you go. All right, so this one, I screwed up the sentence. Michael Yerger, he was on Survivor. Now,
there seems
one-
to be some
this one
tension
gets
or
a
something.
little-
No,
and
it's
that
just
little,
it's just one of those things. Like it's something I don't like to bring up. I mean, it was just a situation where, long story short, it's a straight guy who I was involved with. You know, we hooked up, we had sex, we did this, we did that, XYZ, And certain guys don't like to be public with a trans girl, and that's totally fine.
So that's why he's saying it wasn't real, according to these
Yeah.
notes.
Of
Got
course.
it.
He's full of shit.
So,
though.
Yeah,
like,
and-
how's that make you feel when someone goes and says something like that?
Oh,
Do you like try to let
100%.
that slide, or does that hurt? Like,
No,
I don't see how it couldn't.
It hurts so much, and
Yeah.
as you know, having a platform, it's like certain times you don't want to put things out there
Right.
on
No.
social media,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
especially for me as a trans woman, I just don't want that like double standard of like chastising a guy for being with me. But with that one in particular, it just sucked because, you know, he was making all these excuses like I paid him and we never did anything in this, but well, we never did it. I'm like, okay.
And
boy,
why would
like,
you
it's
pay
just-
like him?
I'm like,
No
there's
offense.
baby, there's
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would pay someone $100,000 if they ever were able to show me paying for a sexual transaction or anything. In
And
general.
that's not like
It's
a
crazy.
clout
Ridiculous.
grab.
It's
Like,
crazy
did anyone
to
know
me.
who he was besides Survivor at this point?
No, I don't know.
So like, why would?
It was,
I
it
feel
was
like
just
that
like,
was a no, but maybe, but no.
Well, I mean,
This
you
is-
know,
now
he-
he's dating this,
yeah.
the other. I know who that is, but that was after.
yeah, that was after. But they made
It's just-
YouTube videos together and stuff,
Yeah.
so it looked real, which you.
Well,
said
she's saying it is. I believe.
Yeah, what happened was I had a video where it said, I hire a boyfriend for a day. He's a model. So the video it was like a funny bit. It was
I
just
get
like
it.
a
No,
bit.
it's like people will do like Thomas did, like be coming at us in rape for a day.
Yes, so it was
It's
just
the
it was
same
just,
type
it was
of
just a
thing.
content
Yeah, yeah.
bit, and from that, him and I started talking more often, and
stuck
I
around.
would hire him for shoots because he's a male model. But girl, we would hang out, we would this, we would that, you know.
Yeah,
Totally.
you paid
Yeah,
him to be a
yeah,
model.
yeah. He's using that as an
Yeah.
excuse. What did you mean when you said,
Oh, here he goes.
like you about to be just as embarrassed as I was when you found out what he's really about? When you said that to Daisy, 'cause he's with Daisy now.
That sounds like she's just calling him an asshole.
Yeah, it's just, why is it nowadays guys are out here trying to clout chase and suck girls' dicks? Like, it's just like, there's a stereotype for girls that it's like, oh, this girl's trying to use me, she's trying to get my money, whatever. But it's now such a different world where like these guys are going after powerful, strong women
Yeah.
and using their energy and taking from them. But it's always the the world thinks the opposite, which is so
It
sad.
And then it gets
goes
turned.
It goes both ways.
Yeah.
100% it goes both
Especially
ways.
It
like
goes
social media,
both
TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
all that
ways.
shit.
100%.
It's yeah.
You see it in the TikTok world like crazy too.
It's
So
beyond.
many people dating like people. to
And
use
even
each
too,
other.
there's situations where guys queer bait. That's a huge thing that happens nowadays, which I think people should be aware of. It's like where these straight guys kind of go to either gay individuals or trans or whatever, and they like try to bait them and to be like, oh yeah, I like you, oh, da 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 da
For
da
what
da.
purpose?
Clout, money,
whatever.
You know.
A
How
lot
does
of
that
that
get
with
you-
the TikTok
Because they
world.
post with you, they do
post with you,
whatever,
yeah,
they bring you places,
they
dinners,
bring
whatever it is.
and then it's like, oh, okay, you know, like maybe I want to be official, maybe I want to post a photo, whatever. But then the guy's like, no, let's keep this
Keep it
TL,
private.
let's keep this
Interesting.
private,
yeah,
you know.
it's weird. Yeah,
All right, this next
Very
one.
funny.
I'm seeing this next line.
What?
I
What is
Come on.
it? What is
Nikita
it?
fucked
you
by
got
a
fucked
ghost.
by a ghost.
Come
I
on.
did, yeah. I mean, it happened. Yeah, it did happen.
Explain
What?
this. Explain this.
I'm gonna.
I
You're
was-
gonna.
Is this
like,
some
this
like
is gonna be a
American
tough
Horror
one to
Story
convince.
I
type
know,
shit?
I
Like,
know.
what's
Actually,
going on?
No, I'm a skeptic. I'm a huge skeptic. I'm a realist. I'm like, until I see something, I don't believe it. But when I was in Japan, I was staying at the Four Seasons in Kyoto. It was really creepy, really dark. And I just had this like really vivid dream. And there was like a guy in it. And basically I woke up out of the dream because like he like fucked me. Like and I was like pinned. You know, like
Okay.
a sleep paralysis?
Yeah.
When you're
Yeah.
like pinned and you can't move. It was like that, but it was so vivid. And obviously, I don't know, maybe I can't speak for the whole room. But you know, being penetrated, you know what that feels like. And so I'm like, I'm getting fucked by a ghost up the ass, and I'm like over here like, and then but when I woke up from the dream, this is why I was like, okay, this was real or something. I felt the pain physically in my body for like the next, obviously, like 5
Here's the
minutes.
thing, though.
That's
But I thought, you know
What
what?
the
I thought someone
fuck?
was in my room. I thought someone was in my room, like doing something to me or whatever.
Have
I
you
woke up, there was
researched
nothing.
it? Are there other people who
That
said
have had
how
something
you're
like
fucked
this?
by
I'm not
ghosts?
kidding you guys. It is a common thing.
I've heard of this multiple
But
Common.
it's actually
Yeah.
not ghost. It's a demon. People get fucked by demons.
So you got
It's-
demons
So
It's
you got. Are you like gonna give birth to Satan or something? This is
you know what,
American
I
Horror
might.
Story. This
I-
is like
you know
straight
You know what?
up.
I'm waiting for my ovaries to be active. I'm still waiting for my
Have you talked to
period.
anybody else who said they've been
I haven't talked to
fucked
someone.
by ghosts? I need a room of
personally.
them to get because
Yeah,
I haven't
this
heard
needs
that
to be a
anywhere.
whole conference.
So there's female ones. They're called succubuses, and they go for men, and that's like what people call like wet dreams. It's like it's like in medieval times they've like talked about it forever. But for girls getting penetrated or getting fucked, it's called an incubus. It's like a male version of like a demon.
Now,
And
when
That
you
is
went
so
public
crazy.
with like, yo, I got fucked by a ghost, you're like, oh, people are gonna be like,
I know.
this
You're
girl
crazy.
crazy.
Absolutely. But I mean, the stories, obviously it's a super long story, but I was sharing a room with another girl.
Did she wake up?
No.
Did she
no,
get
she
fucked?
Was, no.
Oh.
But here's the
Tricked you.
twist. Her boyfriend had died in college. But I didn't know this. I had no idea who this girl was that we were on a group trip and I was, she's
Why were
she
you
was a
screaming?
photographer.
She says sleep
I
paralysis.
woke up from
It's
it like
you
this,
can't-
like
you can't
sweating,
move.
crying.
Sleep
like,
paralysis, you're stuck.
Yeah, you're like
I
stuck
woke
in
up
a-
from it crying, like literally in pain. And then I'm freaking out.
So
and then
this
come to
was
find
her
out-
ex-boyfriend that died.
Yes. Yeah.
It was like the ghost of the ex-boyfriend, 100%.
Yeah.
You know for a fact.
Because
or-
in my dream, imagine if Josh is here and it's a different person,
Yeah.
but everyone in the room is treating him as if he's Josh. It was the same thing in my dream where it was a guy, and I vividly remember what he looked like. He was a white boy, not you.
Oh, so
with
you
flippy
weren't
hair.
like in your bed when this, like, you were
No, I
saying-
wasn't. No, I was in my bed, but I'm explaining the dream. Like, I saw like a guy in my dream, and that was who had like fucked me or whatever. And later on, come to find out, this girl has a dead boyfriend, and her boyfriend, she says he visits her in her dreams, and it was just this twisted thing because he was constantly filming her like in his apartment. He like bugged her computer.
In real life?
In real life.
before he
No,
was
this is
dead?
real life. This is real life.
What
Bugged her
the
computer, was very
fuck?
abusive, would hook up with her when she was like sleeping at times. But when he died, his parents paid for a whole year for his like apartment and stuff to be there. And it wasn't until after the year of like mourning and everything that when she opened his computer and found all this shit out, like she's like, oh my god, this man
Then
was
she
terrible.
found out.
Imagine
Right.
mourning someone for a whole
year and then finding out they like filmed you and everything.
and did
creepy.
stuff. And so I didn't know this till afterwards. And when my friend had shown me a picture of the guy, I was like,
That's.
oh,
That
the guy
gives
who
me the
wrote.
chills.
We gotta
That's
call the
creepy.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
or
Well, there's
something,
someone like we had. What did we have? We had some video that they thought there was ghosts. We
It's
reached
just-
out to. It was not this. It was like a cup moving or
Yeah.
something. So in the scheme, you had. I would say you've had a very unique life.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think I have to put a body count for getting fucked by ghosts? This is my
Well,
question.
Does that?
I'm
That's a
trying
good
to
question.
think-
Does that
does it add my
count as a
number?
body?
And I'm wondering,
you
like,
felt
as
it.
you tell the story,
I seem crazy.
are you like this story? They're gonna look at me like to me.
Right.
Oh,
like,
I
got
didn't
four
tell
eyes.
anyone. I didn't tell
No.
anyone for a really long time.
And then
Wow.
how do you bring that up? Like you're
Yeah,
having a drink, you're like,
alright.
yo,
I just like
I got fucked by a
my
ghost,
thing is,
by the way.
my life.
I think it's a good
is
story, though.
like
It is
if
a
I
great
look
story.
at my life,
Great
I
story.
would like either cry or I would like or laugh. So I'm like,
You
let me
gotta
just
tell
laugh.
that
Come on,
story.
girl.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm like,
would you
know,
say that's the craziest story you got in your arsenal?
oh, absolutely not.
I mean,
In terms of like spiritual stuff for sure, because that's my only like spiritual
No, like
encounter.
anything. Like you got fucked by a
That's
ghost.
pretty crazy.
Yeah. How do you beat that? What? Fucked by like a snake? Or
Yeah, how
something?
can you top that?
Oh.
The way you said it, like I got plenty more than that. Well, I mean, I saw that headline, and
Yeah.
I actually think I remember a little bit talking about it. But that is, I mean,
That's
I'm not.
insane.
I'm
It's
the
just a
most
weird thing.
pessimistic guy. Like you have to see it to believe
Right.
it. So
I
can't
am
believe it, but it's a crazy story.
I am that way. 1,000,000%. Regardless if I just look at the situation, I thought I was just gonna have a
Would
vivid
you-
dream and be awake.
Would you believe
Are you
someone else
glad
if they
that
told
happened?
that story? Do you think you believe someone?
Oh
if they
no,
told you?
absolutely not.
Are you
Like, you're
glad that
dramatic.
happened? Like,
No.
That's a weird question.
I guess
No.
it's funny. I guess
Are you
it's
glad
funny.
that happened?
If-
It's a funny
if-
story.
Are you
It's a
glad
funny
you got
story.
fucking fucked by a ghost?
It is a good story.
If this is happening,
Yeah.
if you can be fucked by a ghost, I want to have that story.
You want to be
I
fucked in the ass
guess.
by a ghost?
I'll take
That's my
anything,
thing.
to be honest.
That's my thing.
Fine, I'll get like have sex with a ghost. Anything. If it's real
It is
and you
cool.
believe it to be like that party story,
was
not
a
saying party,
demon.
but to be, I don't care, demon, whatever.
Demon
I'll take
ghost.
anything.
Oh,
He'll
no.
take
If ghosts
What if
are out there
Nikita
doing
wakes
it,
up
hand up,
possessed
come
one
knock
day?
on my door.
I'm
in.
like, why couldn't
All
I
right.
have had my
Fair.
wig flew across the room, the glass shattered.
Right. You could have had like
Yeah,
some
I
other
got
mind
you
that.
guys
ghost
wouldn't
story.
want that?
No, I would want that. But I don't know if it was
Just-
scary. Like
It
traumatic?
was weird. No, I imagine waking up and feeling the pain as if someone had just put a dick in your ass.
That's horrifying.
I don't know
And-
how that feels like, but it's
Yeah, I
like,
don't either,
No.
and I don't know if
No,
I want to
not
feel
good.
it. I don't know.
Not dick, no.
Yeah. Wait, you've had others
That's a
in your
crazy
ass?
story.
Wait
Like
a
a
second.
finger.
Pause. You just say you have other
a
shit in your
finger.
ass? You said not a dick.
Dave, have you had
Yeah, I don't mind. Yeah, no, I don't mind ass play.
Yeah.
But not like dick. Like, come on, we're
like
grown
it.
men here.
Okay.
man.
Come on, Dave.
I'm on the record for that. Like, come on.
Absolutely.
All right, so
Ass play.
The male prostate and the G spot is in the ass.
That's what I've been saying. Like, come on, just gotta man up about it. Yeah.
Any thought? So did CNMA actually get removed? I'm curious in your take. Have you seen all this stuff with her?
I have.
What do you think happened? What's your take?
Or
on
what do
that?
you think about it?
It's just hard. It's like a hard topic, and I
Right.
think, I don't know, it's just a very touchy thing. I mean, I know for in the show, I can explain that like they were together. And it was hard too because I think in the show, like a lot of people came with like plans of how they wanted to be portrayed.
Right.
And you know, this industry is very
They're gonna
funny.
cut it and do
Well,
whatever the
they're
fuck
gonna
they
flip
want.
it.
Yeah, and you have
Yeah.
a show of people are all very savvy, like
Yeah.
on the show to build it. We watched it. We only saw the clips that we saw, and some people like we didn't have all the
Is
information.
it
It's just
out?
so
Is it
hard.
out yet?
It's just so hard.
Ours?
The
No,
show.
our episode?
We were
The
talking
show's-
about
yeah, no,
this.
the
I mean,
show's
oh,
not
I
out.
meant the Netflix show. Is that out?
No, not yet. No.
Not yet.
I
Okay.
think it's
Okay.
coming
Okay.
out.
Okay.
Like,
You're a big car person,
I love cars.
so what are you like in a
love
fancy
cars.
car out front right
No,
now?
it's Uber.
And you match them to the outfits?
To the outfits, to the wigs.
So what car do you have? Well,
Do
like,
you
what's
own
your
a car right now?
My favorite car is my Lexus. It's a 2010. It's
What color?
It's white. It's my first
It's your
car that I
favorite
bought.
one?
It's my first car that I bought in
Okay.
LA.
Because it's sentimental.
It is. It's
Yeah.
very sentimental.
Yeah.
Oh, and also the Corvette. The Corvette was sentimental because I had an ex who was like, if you ever bought a Corvette, I'd break up with you. So
Why?
what? He's like, Corvettes are American cars. Like, they're so stupid.
Oh, okay.
Like, they're so cheap. And I was like,
All right.
I love it more.
absolutely.
This next subject I've talked about and I have strong feelings, and it's strange because I think even though, so it's the Victoria's Secret fashion show.
Yes. What
Which-
did you say about it? I haven't heard. What did
So
you say?
I've had strong feelings, but I agree. I agree with what I end up reading through your quotes. I do not think the Victoria's Secret fashion show should have to apologize for who they choose for the women in the show. I think
Okay.
it's
Yeah,
it's a
absolutely. Their
capitalistic company, and you're selling however you sell it to get women
Yes.
or whoever to
100%.
buy their lingerie.
Yeah, I agree with
That's
like the
what you
lack
should
of
do.
diversity. I agree with
But-
like the
but-
trans.
But
I-
they have their right. They have the
like,
right.
but
They don't have to
I
have
don't think
everybody.
if they don't want to put a plus size model in, I don't think they should have
Right,
to.
because they're selling underwear that isn't.
They're
really
selling a
necessarily
dream,
for them.
basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's who
It's
they
an
cater
it's a
to.
different
But
company. Right.
You got into about diversity, and so I don't think if they said, hey, we don't want a trans woman in it, I think that's their prerogative not to. I agree with what you said,
Yes,
which seems to
absolutely.
be you weren't disagreeing with what I just said, but
No.
that they don't think you can move product
Yep.
to your crowd, which I love. That
Yeah.
that
Right,
is
right.
Absolutely.
two different. So
Totally different.
I agree with you totally. I've always been, it's a private company and they really sell in their vision
Yeah.
and been very successful at it.
Right.
So how do you feel about it now? The Victoria's and all of that same?
I mean, at the time even too, it was just like you said, it was just to prove a point. It wasn't. They can hire whoever the fuck they want, but if they're gonna say that
can't
trans
move
women
product.
and plus size women
Yeah.
can't sell a fantasy, that was the quote. That
Right.
blew
Yep.
up. That's what I had a problem with, and
Right.
And this is from 2018, so a while
yeah,
ago. But
and that was the video that like really took me to a different level, and it was crazy. I mean, the backlash and people.
Did you get a lot of hate for that?
I did from, it just caused lots of Facebook groups. You
Yes,
know how they
yes,
are.
It was
yes.
Facebook.
polarizing. So
It was very
like,
polarizing.
We got a lot
Yeah.
of love from it too.
Yeah, it would have been a lot of love, a lot of
100%.
hate. Yeah,
And
yeah.
even too, like people are like, oh well, you're not even 6 foot. Why would you think you wanted to be a model? And I was like, I never said I wanted
You didn't say
to be
you
a-
wanted
Well,
to. You're
there
just
could
saying
be
I
a
can move more
six-pack
product.
trans model.
I could just look cute. You said
I mean,
a
if you
trans girl
take-
can't do it. I said I could look cute.
If you take one random Victoria's Secret model, like just one of them, and like they started let's say like a lingerie line, and then you did, I'm gonna say you're probably moving more product than that one Victoria's Secret.
The flip side, if you see it from their perspective,
Yeah.
which it's like, what do you do if you're them? If you're Victoria's Secret and you're like, I like this brand I've built.
Right, it's the brand image. It's like
Yeah.
it's kind
We've
of like
done
it's
it.
like Playboy in a sense,
And it's
right? Like what
works.
are
Everything they've
Playboy
done
gonna
has
stop
worked.
bringing
Yeah,
in
everything
hot,
they've
attractive
worked,
women?
have done
Like,
it. So what do you do if you're them? If you don't believe it?
Yep, okay.
Where's the in between? Like
Then
how
then you come at them from a business side. You say your brand is sold worldwide. It's a huge brand. Why not sell more product?
Right.
Sell different sizes. Sell this. Showcase your product that it can look amazing, and you can make a plus size woman look like an angel. Like sell that fantasy. Like you're selling anyone can buy panties.
Right, yeah.
We as women, we could go to
Yeah,
Walmart
of
to go
course.
get underwear, but why do we go to Victoria's Secret? It's amazing. It's the feeling. It's that sexiness. So it's like, why
Right.
not have that accessible to everyone?
It's pretty much
And-
saying like plus size
Yeah.
women and trans should still get to feel sexy. This
Yeah,
kind of thing. It's
absolutely.
like they should get to have that brand.
Yeah,
imagine
imagine McDonald's was like, nah,
Fuck.
we don't like TikTokers. It's like,
Right.
It's the same thing.
it's
Yeah.
like, I like your product. Like, why
Yeah,
can't I just come?
yeah,
It's,
yeah.
it's really that simple.
This is a question and debate, and it's a more deep, but I feel like you'll be honest.
They
I
did try to
always-
sue me though.
Victoria's
what?
Secret.
What?
Yeah, they did try to sue
For,
me.
what?
for speaking out.
Yeah, but they went about it a crazy way. So the house that I had shot the video in, I did this all last minute. It was like I spent like $20,000, which I did not have in 2018 to be spending, to put this thing together. But I just felt so passionate about it, and so they found out where I shot it at, the house. They were able to contact them, and the house tried to sue me for filming in their
that's
house and like
nuts.
publicizing it. And I was like, wait, what? This is crazy. Like,
That's a
they're
clip
trying to
right there. Nikita
they're trying to
Dragun
sue me
sued
for
by fucking Victoria's
yeah. I'm
Secret.
like, they're trying to sue me for a cute, quarter
Right.
of $250,000, which is
a lot of
a
fucking
little
money.
crazy.
And
Yeah.
then for you, was
Yeah,
crazy.
but then
Especially.
when I found out that it was them from a corporate side going to the family of the house, that was insane. And the only way I got out of it, by the way, shout out to my lawyer, I'm a great lawyer, but I didn't post it on YouTube. I didn't make any money from it.
Got it.
So my lawyer was like, well, babe, first of all, it's a $7,000 a night Airbnb. And she's like, well, babe, there's lots of people who take pictures there, so you are gonna sue all the other people who
Right.
Right.
post
who
it on
took the photo?
Instagram?
Yeah.
Here's a question for you, and this is kind of a societal issue, and I feel like you'll be honest again, and
Yeah.
maybe you'll convince me on a different side, but this just recently happened in Florida,
Okay.
which you may have seen, but the governor, and this is an issue that goes on forever, or not forever, but it's been going on now for probably a decade, banned transgenders from playing high school sports. Women,
Yeah.
girls. Were you aware of that
I
decision?
was aware.
Was it women going into male sports or was it males going to female
no,
sports?
it
So
was-
if I, as a trans woman,
yeah.
even why don't we bring up the boxing thing? If I wanted to box, would I box a male or
Right.
a
And they would, I think, say she could not box
A cis
as a
woman.
female, right? Because they're attributing it back that she'll have strength from
Biologically
being
strong.
correct.
Biologically.
So what is I'm open. I consider myself
Yeah.
liberally, but I get that argument, and maybe you're like, well, that's just not true. What is your thought on that ruling? Because it was
Yeah.
a big deal. I was here when they made it. Got a lot of news at least.
I could see people's point of view on it because you think that, oh, this man is going to be a track star and running against girls, so
Yeah.
they clearly are going to be faster. But it's not that. I mean, if you think of high school sports, it's like, okay, if I'm, if I wanted, like, for instance, I was a cheerleader, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I was in gymnastics, like, how polarizing would it be if I had the courage to transition as a kid in high school, to know my identity, to be self-realized, and for someone to be like, no, you can't be part of the cheerleading team, you can't do this, you can't do that. I mean, high schoolers have it rough enough, and it's so
Right.
fucked
Right.
that it's like, do you really care if a high schooler is running in track as who they want to be, as who they are? It's like, shouldn't we not think of everyone on an equal playing field in some regard? And also, more than that, trans women or trans men are, they're real people,
Totally.
And their identity shouldn't be justified in chromosomes and all sorts of other things. So I don't know. It's an
interesting issue.
understand
It
the
is,
argument,
it is,
same
yeah.
as you. I understand the argument, but it's just like, let trans kids play sports.
Was
like,
it only banned in high school, or was it?
This was just recent. I think they may be the first state to do it. And
What was the reason? Like there had to be
the re-
something that
the-
happened,
well,
right? Like was
it's
there
been
like,
going on.
That they would have
The
an
reason would
advantage.
be like, let's take somebody.
but
who
was
has-
there someone that went in and just dominated in every fucking sport and that's
exactly.
why they made
What-
the rule?
Was,
Like,
was,
there
that,
has to
was
be-
that the case? Or was
they just banning it 'cause they
were
want
they
to?
bringing it
Some
up
hateful
because
thing.
they don't want a trans girl in the locker rooms?
Yeah, is it
changing
is
with
it
other
a
girls?
competitive
Which
advantage
is- it's
or
just- it's-
uncomfortableness?
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because that's the fear too. It's like, even with bathrooms, someone might say, I need to use the male bathroom, and trans people need to be banned from using, women's bathrooms or male bathrooms.
Right.
And it's like, you really care about me taking
Right.
a piss or like going to the bath? Is it really that big of a deal? And the argument is, oh, well, they're men and they're gonna rape women in the bathroom and they're gonna, go peep on a girl because they're a man,
But
that's
that picture how
crazy.
scary
Yeah,
it would
that's
be in
a
a
stupid-
men's
that's a
bathroom.
stupid-
Exactly. So I feel like a lot of times it's this fear and it's this like
How
thing out
active
there.
are
but-
you in these issues as they arise? Because you are kind of, well known within the
I mean, I try to be very knowledgeable. I like to see all sides. I like to, be informed. But it's hard at times because I feel like a lot of people kind of hold your feet to the fire almost on all sides sometimes, because it's like, oh, well, you can't speak about this because you don't know anything about it, or you're not informed or educated or whatever. But for me, I feel like it's important. I have a platform. I'm a super visible trans person, and I have to, and I love to, and that's my
cool.
That's my thing in life.
All right, we're back with Takis. I see Takis all over the office now. Ever since we started doing this, they're everywhere. Taki Fuego, Taki Blue Heat, rolled tortilla chips are as hot as our BFF podcast. I like this bag right in front of me, which is the Fuego. So yeah, try it. Like I said, not everyone likes things spicy. I generally don't, but these Taki things I'm kind of addicted to now. They're great. So get a bag. They support the show. Thank you, Takis, for the support.
So we got a game, it looks like, here that we designed for you.
Wow, what's the game? What's the game?
To cancel or not to cancel?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I've never been canceled before. What is it like?
That's pretty good.
She's making a joke.
What is it?
She's making a joke. Dave.
Who actually, though?
I'm kidding.
What were you actually canceled for? I mean, the
Nothing.
obvious?
No, nothing. No.
But who would cancel you?
No, right?
Why is everyone laughing like I'm
I'm
missing
just,
a joke here?
no, I'm just
I think it's
super
just like the
likable.
point that it's like, how do you really cancel people? Like, if she doesn't give a fuck, how's she canceled?
But canceling is generally when it's like, I feel like people who liked you in the beginning turn on you and cancel you a little bit. Whatever.
No,
let's
they're
see
just
what
like waiting for you to
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
Let's
to
go.
Cancel? That's a cancel.
Jake Paul.
Oh, this is who we would. So this is if
yeah.
it's up to
If
us,
we
would
should
we
cancel
Nikita
them,
wants to
would you
cancel
cancel
or
them or
not
not cancel them? It's up to you.
Wait, we have to go around the room. We have to all play. Go
No,
ahead.
yeah.
We'll
we
all
do.
play.
I think
We'll
you
all
should
play.
start it off.
Jake Paul, I would not cancel him. He's really sweet. He's really nice, and he's always been warm and accepting, and so cool behind the scenes, at least.
Yeah, I wouldn't cancel.
I wouldn't cancel.
Yeah.
him.
it's pretty iconic.
I think he's smart.
He's
an
crazy.
entertainer.
He's
You
crazy,
can't
but I
not
wouldn't.
help not to
Yeah.
live.
As I've said with the Pauls, anybody who can stay that relevant, that long.
Yeah, it's
that-
respect.
oh, yeah,
It's
a
respect.
G.
It's
Yeah.
respect
G.
for sure.
So we all agree there.
Dixie.
Yeah.
She's a, like.
Dixie.
I don't know how you
She's over
cancel
here.
Dixie.
Yeah,
There's
It's hard.
nothing.
Yeah.
The snails.
The snail.
What?
Snails.
The
It's
snail
almost
thing.
like she has an issue. Why would we put her on there? Who would cancel Dixie?
I don't know.
She's so. People are such haters these days. It's crazy.
Okay.
All right.
Bryce Hall. He's a homie.
Yeah, I'm not canceling Bryce.
I could lean towards canceling him.
For
Coming
what?
over to team,
For what?
Team me over here?
He's just a lot. I won't care.
But
either
how
way.
is he more than Jake?
True.
He's not
That's
stabbing
that's
people's
actually-
But
tires.
Jake has earned it a little
That's
bit
what I'm
more.
saying.
Yeah, it did
That
happen
happened here.
Yeah.
Wait, was there a towing service, or did they get? Could they drive?
We don't
No,
know. They
it was
couldn't
like
drive.
down
They
the
drove down
block.
the street and
It was
realized,
towed.
and then it was
They
towed.
towed
Yeah.
cars had to come.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
It was
4 tires.
crazy.
4
Yeah.
tires
Craziest
gone.
day ever.
So you're, to answer,
I'm just saying.
Jake's
I don't
earned
see.
it. Like he's been around for so long.
Right, but Bryce has been around for a long ass time too.
So that's the thing. I've only known about Bryce for
right.
since
But I mean, like
you
he's
and I
been
met.
around longer than I. Like I mean, he
There's
was
nothing
big
to
for a
really
while before me.
cancel him.
True. No.
Yeah.
To me, there's like, do you want them to go away? That's almost like what we're talking about. Because he hasn't
Yeah.
done anything. To
No, he hasn't done anything.
Hasn't done anything bad. Joffrey.
Just
Well,
before
we're
we
gonna.
have
So
him
we're
on.
doing. We have.
I guess we'll
Jeffrey
figure out if
Max.
we should
What
cancel.
and you had some.
Yeah, there's a
under
little,
breath
like-
No,
comments.
I'm just saying.
Grimace.
We used to be friends at one point.
And then what happened?
I mean,
Friendship ended.
Yeah, certain people shouldn't be friends
So-
anymore.
You don't want to sling it, eh? You don't want to
Well,
get
we're
into
gonna
the
interview
drama.
him, so anything that would be good. I
You can
remember,
ask him.
like, why you guys aren't friends anymore.
Yeah, you can ask.
Will you have the same stories?
I don't know. I mean, for me, I think there's a certain line you don't cross, and when it comes to real life, you know what I mean?
Would
People can shit talk, and I feel like we all, gossip or whatever.
Yeah.
But when it comes into real life situations that are untrue, or rumors or whatever that affect your real life, I think that's when you
He crossed the line for that?
Yeah, when you cross the line. And I feel like everyone should have boundaries.
Is the line blurred for him between like social media or like clout and fame and stuff and friendship? Is that what it is?
What do you mean?
As in, like, does he use his friends for the social media side and making money and profiting?
No,
it's not like that.
I mean, but I don't know. I feel like in LA in general, like what I had to learn is like people can be jealous of you or mad even if they have more than you, you know? Like if someone's like has millions and millions of dollars or whatever, they could still look at you and be like, oh, you have a vibe, you whatever, and still feel some type of way.
Okay.
You know?
It is the biggest difference.
Yeah.
So we're based in New York, and I feel like that LA kind of social media
Bro, it breeds.
That
just-
feel
hungry,
it
that
is just
toxic.
doesn't.
Yeah, it
I haven't
breeds
seen it
shit.
in New York at all. Like
No,
it
New York's
just
not like that.
it doesn't.
Well, New
People
York's
are
also way
straight up.
more. They're front stabbing in
Yeah.
New York, where in LA
Yeah.
they backstab,
But-
right?
but-
So it's
It
different.
makes no sense. I mean, maybe it's because I have a dude mentality, 18 years of being a dude. I'm like, I don't like doing that like petty
So that's what I'm
nonsense
saying.
or whatever. It's
Be
just
friends.
like, it's
That's
not
what
my
that
vibe.
goes-
Guys can be equally
Right.
as petty. I'm not saying that to be guy or girl, but
But-
I'm just saying like that energy is just weird. And in the social media world, it's weird.
Even if you look at this like fight in Miami for these 2 weeks, it's all LA. Like there's not
Yeah.
there's not a ton of New
All
York.
of
It's like
LA is
us,
here right
New
now.
York. It's us from Barstool,
There's
and then
no-
all
LA
LA
people.
I mean, they're
Yeah.
just trying to make a
TikTok.
bag, right? Is
Yeah.
it like real beef? Is
But-
it real
but-
beef?
Bryce makes it personal, and Austin
Okay.
seems
But there,
to
but
too,
there
it's
isn't
like-
really, because Austin described
There's
how this
nothing
came
to fight
about, and it
over.
was like his brainchild.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
went and
And
got.
like, okay, let's amp it up.
Yeah,
Let's be
right.
crazy.
Yeah, but
That's
it got
the name of the
personal when they started chirping each other.
It's
right?
The
super
chick in
hard
Austin was
not
real.
to
Personally,
even if you don't
start
mean
hating
it,
someone when you start
Yeah.
fighting. them.
even if you're doing it for show.
Absolutely.
it
How do you
will
go
turn-
into a fight
Correct.
and not like
Unless you
have
have
You
like
gotta
real
wanna
beef.
beat
yeah,
them up.
yeah, you gotta want to beat the fuck out of them.
And the
have
name of
to
the
make
game
yourself
is selling
hate them.
tickets,
Yep.
get in the bag, so you're going to be mean over the top, and that's what's happening.
Should we
Alright,
really
next.
get crazy? Should I box someone? Let's make it really
Yes,
controversial.
yes.
There's
Girls,
gonna
they'd be like,
Jeffrey?
oh, she can't fight a girl. She got to fight a guy. Like what? You know.
Who would like your opponent be?
I have no idea.
Trisha Paytas,
No,
Jeffree
I need
Star?
to fight like some people in the
James Charles?
administration.
Nip.
You know what? James is cool.
What's the
I would think it would just be a
administration?
good fight.
Like, you know, like I feel like there's, oh no, it needs to be on like social media. I don't
Yeah.
know. Who would I fight?
That's what I'm saying. I think James Charles would be a good fight, but it's a boy.
Yeah, I don't know. I would fight a guy.
I think he would.
I feel
beat
like
James
your
Charles,
fight's
I feel like
enough
he's
to
like a
knock-
little.
If somebody
knock out a
said-
guy, yeah.
Oh,
feel like-
well, the fight
Just go crazy.
would be.
Should I enter? I was like, remember when there was like question marks on TikTokers?
How much
versus
money would it
YouTuber?
take for
Yeah.
you to fight?
To fight?
Like,
What's
how
the,
would
what's
the
the number?
guarantee?
What's the number?
It
that
needs
you have
to.
to
It
go?
needs to be
Fucked
more.
up.
Yeah, it needs to be more than I make making makeup. You know.
Right.
So
It's gonna be worth
lot.
it.
So I don't know how much.
I know,
So
yeah,
yeah,
you're gonna have
but like
to-
I mean,
if
I get
someone
the
said,
fight.
if someone said we'll give you $5 million to fight, would you say yes?
at that point, maybe I just drop an OnlyFans. You know, I
Yeah,
can make
facts.
$5 million in a day.
Right.
That's facts.
That's crazy.
You
The
would make
fight,
so
the
much
fight
money.
that would clearly, and this is just after anything, is you versus Daisy. That would be like.
Oh yeah, true.
Really?
True
No, I don't have a
Daisy.
problem with her. She's
Oh,
she's
but
sweet.
you can't say that if you're selling. The
Oh,
fight.
right.
Which
Oh, we
is-
need to sell the fight.
Sell the fight
I
here.
hate
She's a
everyone.
fucking hater.
I'll
You
fight
hate her.
everyone.
Yeah. All right, next one.
I like Trish.
That's the thing.
I
like
can't
Jake
cancel
Paul.
her
I
just
like her.
because it's just like I
She's
I
been
love
around
when
for
she
so
just
long.
does some
I
crazy
like
shit.
people who just
Sling it.
Say
Just
whatever
go
they
with it.
feel.
I mean,
She's
she
getting
listen.
canceled right now.
She even tried it with me, and that was fine. I was like, look, I'm always gonna be a fan of you. You talk a little crazy.
Oh, she
She's
did.
very
You guys
little-
got into
Yeah,
made,
it.
like,
Really?
made stuff up.
No,
Or just
it
like
was just out of
Twitter
left
fight.
field. It was just
Right.
for no reason. I'm like, why are you a hater? For like, and I think of her so highly because I am a fan because she's funny, she's hilarious,
Yeah.
she's just like she's a
Trisha.
troll.
She's
It's
Trisha. Yeah, no
Somebody
one
who
else.
is that comfortable in their own skin will say anything. It's like it's almost. I remember watching, a David Hasselhoff roast, and like, how do you roast a man whose entire life is a roast? But she is willing to say, there's nothing you can say to her because she's open and
She's like, whatever.
Said it
Yeah,
about
yeah. It's
herself.
like you can't
She
really
hates
cancel.
me, she
You
loves
can't
Josh.
cancel someone that
thanks, you.
she does love me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Trisha. Shout
Okay.
out Trisha.
call me like a weirdo for doing this podcast.
Yeah, I know for real.
Tanda.
Nah, I ain't gonna cancel.
Can't
Tana.
cancel
I feel like we're not gonna
She's also
cancel really anyone.
uncancelable.
Yeah, it's like I get these are controversial people, but I feel like we're all gonna say no to all these.
Yeah.
Unless they throw someone bad in
Yeah,
there.
throw someone.
Tana would be the type that's like, please cancel me.
Yeah,
Please
yeah,
cancel me.
seriously.
She's like,
Yeah.
please.
She's
She
like,
gets
do it so I
That
get
bitch,
more
she's-
comments.
She is something
Yeah.
else.
She's
Oh
a-
God.
She is the
Oh, God.
Paparazzi
Oh,
clip
God.
is so good.
center of everything. Everything that comes up, it's her. So I'd say
Yeah.
no on that too. Is that all of them?
Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
All right.
everything.
We didn't cancel
Alright.
anyone.
No.
I want
Maybe
to cancel someone.
you
I wanna
cancel
hate.
Jeffrey.
I feel like he's canceled himself enough times. You know, sometimes people just cancel themselves.
Yeah.
I remember, like, he would have been my number one person in charge of, it's like top star when I found out. I mean, I felt like every girl in the world was like obsessed with him.
He was
At
huge.
one point, yeah. Are we playing
Kind of
another game?
dwindled.
Little fuck, marry, kill action?
R.I.P.
Sure. Yeah.
Let's
we'll
run
do
the
it
fuck,
after-
marry,
yeah,
kill.
Yeah.
Let's do
Fuck,
it.
marry, kill.
You obviously know how to play this game.
Oh,
It's pretty
goodness.
generic. Everyone knows this. All right. Just
Okay.
a little sway boy
Blake
action.
Gray, Noah Beck, and Griffin Johnson.
Okay. What are you? Who are, I want to know yours.
You wanna know mine?
Okay, wait. I need to know
Alright.
from sway to sway.
It is easy.
This is weird because
Yeah.
I don't know who I'm gonna kill. I guess I'll I guess I'll kill Noah. Maybe.
What?
He's so nice.
Yeah, but it's like he's
no,
with.
marry. Come on, that's a
Agreed.
solid
Strong
marry.
words.
No.
That's a solid marry.
I'm gonna
say
marry
you
my
kill-
boy Griffin Johnson. Because we
Well,
already
that's-
live together, so I already know like I could live
That's
with
marriage
Griff.
works.
I could live with
Yeah.
Griff. I
Okay.
love Griff. So, and then like, dude, Blake's like
That's a
model.
sex. Ooh.
But yeah, so I'll fuck Blake,
Okay.
I guess.
Come on, photo.
And then yeah, so I'm gonna have to kill Noah. I'm sorry, Noah. I'm sorry, dude.
That's a husband.
What are you
can't
doing?
kill Noah.
What? I'm gonna kill Griff? Nah.
What about this? Is totally. Where did Dragun come from?
Dragon, my like Chinese zodiac. And well, actually, the real story is people used to like tease me like in high school or in like elementary school. They'd be like, "Oh, you look like a dragon. You look like a dragon." Because you know how people are like, "Oh, you look like an elephant. You look like a mouse. You look like."
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like
yeah.
an Asian mixed kid in like a small white town.
Got it.
So I'm like, "Oh, dragon, dragon." You know.
Got it, got
so
it.
I kind of used it as like my thing.
That's kind of hard, actually.
So where are you
yeah,
going
where
here?
are you going here?
Well, we know who you
We're
married.
marrying Noah back. Absolutely, we live for a king. Damn, do I fuck Blake or do I fuck Griffin? It depends on a day. What day is it?
Tuesday.
Is it Tuesday?
Yep.
That might be a Blake Gray.
I think
All
we
right.
killed
This
Griffin.
is tough for Griffin because the
Griffin-
photo
yeah,
he
the
doesn't have
photo's
his shirt off
sickening.
and still people kill him. I'll marry Noah and effing Griffin.
I'm same
Yeah.
as Nikita. I gotta kill Griffin.
I don't know. It would depend on the day.
You gotta be safe.
I
You
would
gotta be
gotta-
safe
For
here,
my
Brianna.
boyfriend's
You can't
sake,
be
I
saying
gotta kill
nothing
Griffin.
wrong.
Yeah, Griffin's out.
Oh, okay.
Wait, why do they all say Tana Moat?
Why does that say Tana on both of them, but one of
Tana?
that's
So
definitely Demi
that's
She
Lovato?
everywhere.
That's Demi.
Oh my God, last time, oh my God, that's funny. When I was in Miami, I was at a strip club, or 11. I was at 11, it was like me, Demi, and Tana. We were like,
I
all together?
just met Demi at
Fat.
Tana's house like
Really?
a
Yeah,
week
fat
ago,
stacks.
2 weeks ago.
isn't she
That's
cool?
wild.
Yeah, she's
the
super
sweetest.
dope. But I don't. Who am I gonna? I'm gonna. What's that girl's name? Coy Leray or
Is that
whatever
the
it
girl
is.
Yeah,
who's on
she's so amazing.
Coy
Million
Leray.
Dollars Worth of Game?
I'm probably gonna fuck Coy Leray. She's
Okay.
bad. And then I like.
I'm just gonna have to
I'm
take,
gonna marry Tana.
Yeah. I'm
What?
gonna have to-
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah.
That'd be
I
fun
feel
though.
like that
Keep
would
it
drive
interesting.
you insane.
Ooh, that's a crazy one.
Some numbers though.
I think I would have to kill Demi.
I just don't
Tana
know
has to
Demi.
go,
I don't
I'm
want to say I'm
sorry.
gonna kill her, but
Nikita's killing off.
Tana, you have the least amount of clout here, so I'm gonna kill Tana. And also, I'd be mad because she's blonde, and I like being blonde sometimes. And you know, Demi and Coy have really like big dick energy, so I feel like I'd be
Yeah,
like,
Coy
I feel
has
like
big
I
dick
feel like
energy.
I would feel like a little girl, so I'd be like, yay. Oh,
Okay.
who the fuck is Chase Strobe?
okay.
Chase
Do you
Michael
know who Chase
Yerger.
Strobe is?
Oh
Tell
yeah,
me
yeah,
more.
yeah. He's just a friend, one of those. You
Alright,
know,
One of those
Okay.
friends.
Michael, oh, that's your. I was like, I knew I heard that name. That's your ex,
Oh,
correct?
Taylor,
Yeah.
I live. We're together. Let's not get technical. Oh God, gross.
Alright, what are you-
Okay,
what
we're
are you doing
definitely killing him.
Who,
Michael?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, obviously,
He's
right?
dead.
Dead.
Marry
Killed off.
Taylor because he better win at the fight.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he better win.
Hell yeah. And then fucking Chase.
Yeah, fuck Chase, absolutely.
That was easy.
Yeah.
Imagine you have something to say.
I mean, I guess this was.
I love that shirt that Taylor wore.
Yeah, Taylor
Fuck
shirt
that
goes
shirt.
so
Yes.
hard.
Yeah, that looks
So
all the little
hard.
TikToks they had from him that next day was like, okay, I know everyone's talking about Bryce being pushed, but look at Taylor. How he
Yeah,
looked at
yeah.
me. I was like,
outfits.
wow.
Is that all of
Yeah,
it?
hard outfits.
So there's
All right.
two games.
There's the episode, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
that's the episode
Boom.
with Nikita.
Interesting one. Learn a
Hell
lot
yeah.
too. I feel like.
Yeah.